This is the bright Tangerine Titan arm. The bright Tangerine Titan arm is truly the new industry standard. Quite possibly the best articulating arm on the market. Built specifically for heavy-duty payloads, including cameras, monitors, lights, etc. It is the most robustly built articulating arm ever. The ergonomic lever acts as the central locking system, allowing you to simultaneously lock or release the articulated joints. It's got a brand new revolutionary design with that tightening arm that allows you never to over-tighten. That's amazing. You will never over-tighten this arm. It's absolutely sick. You can continue to move it around. You can position it however you want, loosen it up a tiny little bit, and it's still movable. But the best thing about it is that even if you load it up with its max payload, which is 8 kilograms, about 17.6 pounds, you can still maneuver each individual joint to however you want, and then tighten it down once you're all set to go. It does come with a 3/8 inch thread at one end and a 1/4-20 at the other end. Now, personally, if I were designing this, I would have actually added a 15 millimeter rod joint at one end, as you can see, which I have over here. And then I would have also added a 3/8 thread at the other end, and then given a 1/4-20 adapter. The reason being is, although the Titan arm is a super high industrial build, any arm that gets screwed in has a tendency to get loose. It's not the tightest, most secure way to lock down an articulating arm. We've all seen this with 16x9, the company 16x9. They've put out S-locks. Small Rig, another company, has made S-locks. S-locks are basically cine locks. They just make sure that your articulating arm is securely tightened down and has no chance of coming loose. But most of these contraptions don't do is essentially grab onto the teeth of the threaded male end, whether that be 3/8/16 or 1/4-20, like the Zacuto Zud that I have added onto my bright Tangerine Titan arm. It actually ratchets down and tightens. That way you will always have a secure grip on your monitor arm. It'll never come loose. It also provides active feedback when you're locking it so that you know it's secure. And what active feedback means is when you are locking it, as you try to move it, it'll get tighter and tighter and tighter until the point where you can no longer turn the Titan arm, and that means that it's at its tightest. And I think it's almost impossible to move it. I mean, you're talking hundreds of pounds of pressure needed to try to rip that joint apart once it's locked in. But when you loosen it even just a little bit, you could still move it, which is really nice. Nice and smooth. You can actually still articulate all of the parts, not just the arm. And what's nice is that none of these are going to break because they're just designed not to. They're just designed not to break. So I've got the Titan arm mounted to a monitor now. You can see it's got a rather deep 1/4-20 socket or male threaded end, which is great. So if you have a deep socket on your monitor or light or whatever, it will definitely stay secure. It won't fall off. For all of my other monitors, including my Pixie 5 and Pixel R, I have a monitor mount attached to it, which converts to a 15 millimeter rail. So normally I don't have a 1/4-20 screw, but I just wanted to show you guys what it looked like. I've got my iCan VK7i. It's a decent monitor. I use it for Steadicam gimbal and my A6500 when I mount it to a cage. Now I've been using the bright Tangerine Titan arm for a little while now to hold up my Pixie 5 and Pixel R. But you can use it to hold up anything, a light, a monitor, really anything that you want to mount, because it is that heavy duty. And because it is that heavy duty, I have no fear of a director or an AC coming over and trying to yank on it to get a better viewing angle, not realizing that it's tightened down. The threads on this are really nice too. It threads very easily. And it's a nice long 1/4-20 screw, so it's very easy to reach the limit on a monitor. Then you can move this little black cap up to secure it. Okay, so now it's secure. If you notice, even though it's secure, it's still flimsy, right? So if I were to just let it go, yeah, it's gonna fall, but watch this. See, now once I've tightened it, I can still move it, but it stays, which is perfect. And it's not going to move. You know? That's the real test with these articulating arms. Once you start, actually, I mean, no one's obviously going to do this on set, but once you start, you know, if a director comes over and they want to just move it around and manhandle it, it's not going to come off. Thanks so much for checking out this quick review on the Bright Tangerine Titan Arm. I highly recommend it if you want a superb build quality, effortless functionality, and a peace of mind knowing that whatever you put on this thing is going to stay secure in its spot, nicely tightened, will never come loose, probably will never break on you. With an awesome warranty too, the company backs it very, very well. So, and I've actually talked with, I believe his name was Rob, one of the directors or one of the main guys over at Bright Tangerine, and he was exceptionally nice in trying to set me up with purchasing this as a pre-order. I actually purchased mine through Cine in LA, in California, and had it shipped over here on the East Coast. I was going to go through B&H, but unfortunately, they are still on pre-order, I believe, for this particular unit. So thankfully, Cine was actually nice enough to help me out and let me get it early so I could get this review out to you guys. Thanks so much for checking out this review of the Bright Tangerine Titan Arm. Like if you liked it, dislike if you didn't, that's okay. Everyone's entitled to their own opinions. Hopefully I was able to help you out and give you some information if you were deciding on purchasing this item. I really endorse it. I really love it. I use it all the time. And I really wouldn't show something on here on my channel that I think is trash, because I want you guys to, you know, not have to spend the money if you don't need to, and get the best products that are out there. And to me, this is the best articulating arm. I wouldn't even call it an articulating arm. It is an articulating arm, but it really is something new. This is like the best monitor solution for monitor mounting or light mounting solution that I have ever seen. And I really highly recommend it. So thanks for stopping by my channel. Hopefully you found this review helpful. Like if you liked it, dislike if you didn't, leave a comment below, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.